Hi everyone, I'm Matt Gash with SoundersFC.com here alongside Arlo White, and we get to celebrate another victory here.
Well, we do. 7 points out of 9. These are the green shoots of a recovery, and an impressive one too as well, Matt. And I think it's forged in the team spirit at the moment. There are leaders out there. They seem a happier bunch, more committed bunch to the cause. And tonight against Colorado, you know, we got the rub of the green. The first Zakawani goal, if he keeps it, came off Matt Pickens after going off the post. There was a hint of offside about the second goal. These are all things that haven't been going the Sounders' way so far this season. Omar Cummings scores an absolute screamer for Colorado. You know, they had chances and could have equalised, but didn't. It's the opposite to the start of the season. It wasn't pretty, and Ziggy Schmidt told me so after the game. It wasn't pretty, but it was effective, and they hung on for the points, and that was a massive 3 points, and they were very well hard-earned as well.
There's some great plays by Casey Keller in net, but in front of him, Patrick Ianni, Jeff Park really controlled Connor Casey, who was, like you mentioned before, was a wreck against us the last time.
He was, and it was Jeff Park's MLS debut for the Sounders, wasn't it? Down at not Pizza Hut Park. Where was it? It's been a long night. It's Dick's Sporting Goods Park, of course. And I still think there was a hint of a foul on Jeff when he went to ground, and Casey chipped over Keller for the goal. But tonight, Jeff was strong, and he won a lot of aerial battles as well, as did Patrick against Connor Casey. Casey's so good at coming deep and dropping off and passing as well, but he's so physical in the box. And in the end, you know, it might not have been. It was a case of I think Patrick heading the back of Casey's head, or Casey heading the back of Patrick's head. Anyway, you had this sort of symbolic walking off of Casey in injury time with a towel on his head, and he was the warrior that was beaten, and it was the Sounders that came out on top. And I think that was quite a symbolic moment, and they deserved it. They fought like tigers. James Riley was good at right back. Zach Scott, you know, he did a very solid job, got a yellow card but stayed on, kept his cool, first start since the opening day. But Park and Ianni, in the absence of Tyrone and the absence of John Kennedy Hurtado, they were brilliant at centre-back. So again, it was all hard-earned. They put their bodies on the line. They were prepared to throw themselves in front of shots, throw themselves in front of headers to preserve the points. So they thoroughly deserved them, I think.
And we've talked to Alan Hinton several times about this. We saw ferocious Steve Zakawani there over the first 20 minutes of this match.
Yeah, I mean, as a commentator, as an announcer, you know, you prepare, you make lots of notes, and you've got lots of nice things to say. And then for the first 20 minutes, it's like, oh, they're going over that way. Oh, they're going over this way. Oh, it's over that way. And I didn't look at a single note. And it was frenetic. It was frantic. It was, you know, it was exciting. It was thrilling. And Steve played his part in that. And I hope he gets to keep the goal, because he'll be on a bonus as well for it, probably. That's how football works, you know. And he'll be the leading scorer, so that gets a bit of competition going with Freddie Montero. 2 from me. I'm ahead of you by a goal. So that's nice, yeah, and he was great. I thought Simon Assi was very good as well today. I think Pat Noonan maybe had been down to start, but picked up a late injury in training yesterday. So Sana did very, very well indeed. And we'll see a lot more to come from Blaze. I think Nathan Sturgis is playing well in the centre of midfield, and I think it's great to see Ozzy Alonso back. So, you know, how many times have we stood on this field after home defeats? Well, 4, haven't we, this season, and on the road too. But we are seeing a recovery here. There's no doubt about it, and I just hope they can keep it up.
We didn't even talk about Blaise Kufo. What did you think of his MLS debut with the Sounders?
Well, it was interesting because he wasn't a major factor in the game. I think we could have found his feet better, to be honest with you, because he was showing for the ball. But there are signs there. I mean, whether he's playing well, it wasn't a case of him not playing well. It was just a case of a bit of fitness, getting used to the way we play, and that influence in a game will grow, particularly as he gets to know Freddie Montero a little better. But regardless of how he's playing and what influence he is having on the game, he attracts defenders. So, you know, he was a handful for Moore and for Bourdais back there, and it's going to be exciting to watch that throughout the rest of the season. And I know teams above us have got games in hand, but this is what's going to have to happen between now and the end of the season. We're starting from, it's like starting 100 metres, 10 metres behind everybody else. You know, we've got to really go for it, and that's going to lead to more exciting nights like tonight, and that's going to be brilliant. And if we get into the group phases of the Champions League and we get to the US Open Cup final, there's a minimum of 26 games remaining without playoffs in this season. So we've barely even started, you know, so there's a long way to go, a lot of games, a lot of nicks and injuries that have to be suffered. But I'm really enjoying this recovery, and the boys deserve it.
The one thing's for sure, I know who's not on the list of possible backup goalkeepers after my performance in the Corporate Cup this weekend.
You were appalling. No, that's harsh. Not my words, the words of Tyrone Marshall a few moments ago. Look, you tried your best. It was just I only saw one of the calamities that you had, and that was a free kick that wrong-footed you and went in the near post in the last minute, and it was a 4-4 draw, wasn't it?
It kept us out of the third place game too.
If you were called the Cat, you no longer are.
He's Arlo White. I'm Matt Gash. Sounders FC win 2-1 over the Colorado Rapids. They've got Metapon in the first leg of the CONCACAF Champions League next Wednesday night right here at Quest Field. This has been your review for SoundersFC.com.